All right, guys, welcome back to part two of the Q&A. Now we go into take user. He apologized, saying sorry for taking so long to get this. Hey, it's all right, man. December's always a busy time. How was your Christmas? It was great. Christmas was good. Have you seen any Tennessee Central or Nashville and Eastern locomotives? I actually have not. What would you say your favorite local commuter lines for cities or small regions? Well, I like the DC Metro system. I also like New Jersey Transit and Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority, or known as MBTA. Have you seen the new Star Wars film yet? No, I haven't. I've heard a lot of good things about it. What other films have come out recently or will be coming out soon that you're excited to see? You know, I don't really go to the movies much. I need to start going back. So, you've actually given me a little bit of encouragement here. Let's see. Favorite excursion train that you've ever been on, and what was it like? I actually took a small trip on the Great Smoky Mountains Railroad at one point. It was a little excursion train that went up the mountains, and I thought it was pretty cool being pulled by a steam engine. So that was a fun experience. Favorite theme park? I don't go to a lot of theme parks, but I used to go to Busch Gardens up about an hour from my house when I was younger, and Busch Gardens was always a fun time when I was a kid. Do you enjoy roller coasters? I don't ride roller coasters, but I like the way they work. Learning about kinetic energy and potential energy. When I took science in the eighth grade, we talked a lot about kinetic energy, potential energy, and how a roller coaster works, as well as other topics in science. So that was one of my favorite subjects when I took science when I was in high school. If you want to work for any shipping company you wanted, what would you choose and why? I'm not sure. There's so many good companies out there. I really don't have a good answer for that. I got to give that one some thought. Favorite flower? I do like flowers. I like roses, and I even like daisies, and especially sunflowers. I love them in the summertime. Favorite musical instrument has to be the guitar. I love the guitar. I also like the drums and cymbals and the percussion section. I also like the trumpet. Love the sound of the trumpet, and I even love the sound of the clarinet as well. So, next question for him: is there anything you used to do as a child that you enjoy but haven't done in a long time? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. Uh, I will tell you, when I was in high school and all that, I used to be active a lot at the high school dances and stuff. And I went to prom when I was in junior and senior years, as well as ring dance when we got our class rings. But I really don't go to a lot of dances anymore. I mean, I do go to parties occasionally, but as far as like going out and dancing and stuff, I really don't do much of that anymore. Do you enjoy chocolate truffles, and what chocolate prefer? What would you prefer? White chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, or some other flavor kind of chocolate? Oh, I am a chocoholic, man. I love chocolate. I love all sorts of chocolate, man. Hershey's chocolate, the cookies and cream, the milk chocolate, the Andes candy. Oh my gosh, I love chocolate. Do you enjoy driving? Oh, you betcha. I love driving. Favorite time to drive? I love driving early in the morning. I do like driving in the early evening, and I even love driving during the night too. Do you like space? I do have an interest in space. I love learning about rockets and spaceships, and I also learned about the space shuttle and the all the Apollo programs too. Back in the I learned all about those when they took place in about the '60s and '70s, which were pretty cool. You like math? I do like a couple areas of math. Um, I liked geometry, which is one of my favorites because you learned a lot about shapes. Uh, Algebra was decent, but I liked Algebra 2 more because Algebra 2 you really got to apply the math skills that you learned previously and apply them to a different level, which was cool. Would you rather work for a railway, tractor trailer shipping company, a maritime shipping company, or aircraft shipping company? Would have to, well, I prefer rail. I prefer rail just because I've been in it for so long. Have you seen Crocodile Dundee? Oh, I love Crocodile Dundee. What would you say is the most important event in history of the railroading? Transcontinental Railroad that was completed on May 10th, 1869. That has got to be the most important event. Probably the next best. the invention of the steam engine, of course, and later the diesels, as well as Amtrak. So that's some of the most important ones out there. Wooden or mechanical? Did I skip one? Yes, I did. If you were able to write a book on anything, fiction or nonfiction, what would it be, and what would it be about? I would just say maybe the history of rail fans, I guess. Talking about my experiences as a rail fan, growing up as a kid, and about my experiences now. So I would really consider that. Do you prefer wooden or mechanical pencils? They have their pros and cons, but I like the mechanicals because you just put the lead in and you're finished. And finally, what's the best catch or sign you've made in 2019? I have seen so many catches, I can't even name them all. But I have seen a lot of cool catches this year, and I've been very fortunate. Uh, Long list, I know, but I've had a month to call, and thanks for answering. Hey, man, glad to do it, and Happy New Year to you as well. So thank you very much for your questions. I really appreciate the list. Trainman 1993 comes in. Thank you for coming in. What scanner do you use? I use the Yaesu FT25. And how do you get program? How do you program it? Well, I actually did not program mine. I got a friend of mine to do it. I would definitely check out Class J Video Productions. He does a tutorial on how to do it. If you're interested in getting one of those, it's a good radio, and uh, Class J Video Productions does an excellent tutorial video. So I would definitely check out his channel as well. So thank you for your question. I greatly appreciate it. Railroad Velocity Productions comes back. Glad to see you around, buddy. Um, did you watch There Goes a Train by Dave Hood? Oh, dear God, yes. I love that movie, man. I could watch that video all night long. It makes me laugh. There's certain points in the video that makes me laugh. Oh my gosh. Especially the dining car scene. Oh, it makes me laugh so much, man. Oh my God. But I will tell you this. I will tell you that's one of my very favorite videos. And I continue to watch it. I'm 23 years old and I feel like a kid again, you know, watching the Santa Fe in action, watching old Amtrak, seeing the Dash 8s, the Genesis, and the F40s all in there, man. Oh, buddy. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Do you think Saluda Gray should be a tourist railroad? Well, I don't know about a tourist road, but I really would like to see it back in operation. Steepest, which is the steepest, Saluda or Madison, England? I would have to say Saluda on that one. Saluda is very, very steep. Was Thomas and the Magic Railroad your favorite movie? I've actually never heard of that movie. I did watch Thomas and Friends when I was a kid, as well as Shining Time Station as well. I think it was in November because that was actually a British sitcom, but it was transmitted through the public broadcasting system, or known as PBS. That was actually because Thomas was in there as well, so I got to see that and Shining Time Station. So it was kind of like two shows in one, which was very, very cool. So thank you very much for your questions. And Virginia Railfan 67 closes it out saying, Merry Christmas, same to you. You have any pets? Not anymore. You like the ST59MXs? It's just another rebuild to me. It's the upgraded version of an ST60M. Favorite German locomotive? I have to say the Ice Train. The Ice Train is one of my favorite German train sets. Japanese or Chinese food? The Hibachi Grill, the Japanese steakhouse. Favorite Alco? I do have several favorite Alcos. Now for the passenger series, I love the Alco PAs. I love them in the red and silver paint scheme of the Santa Fe. Excuse me. I also like the RS3s. They look the best in the SAL paint. Uh, I also like the J1E Hudsons that the New York Central bought. They were built by Alco as well, back in the 1920s and the 1930s. So there were a lot of good locomotives that Alco produced. Uh, and some of those, in fact, are still operational. I mean, Alco still has a lot of locomotives out there. They sound pretty good for their age. Have you ever rail fanned the BNSF or the UP? I have not, but I have considered it. I know it's a ways out there to get there, but that is something that I'm definitely considering is getting out there to the BNSF. So, guys, I got to say this is one heck of a Q&A to close out 2019. I just would like to say thank you to everybody who participated in this Q&A. I greatly appreciate you guys taking time to respond to the Q&A prompt, and for going by the new regulations in the Q&A prompts. I have just got to say, guys, I really appreciate y'all taking the time to go by these new guidelines. I apologize if I keep worrying you all to death, but I'm just trying to prevent problems from happening. That's all it is. It's not to bombard anybody, but I just will say this. I am very, very grateful. So, January and is going to be another good month. That'll be coming out January 1st. And you guys will be definitely seeing that before too long. Um, I'm doing a lot of pre-recording now. I'm doing some changes with the Q and A's. I'm starting to type up the prompts now instead of speaking it because I can actually reuse the footage a little bit more. So that'll be taking effect in March. Some new rules are coming out in February and March. So be on the lookout for these two because they have got new rules in there. They will be coming out the first of those months. Let's see, I've got January, February, March, April, May, June, and July. All of those have been pre-recorded, and they will be coming out the first of those months. Um, at the first of those months, all at 9 a.m. respectfully. So you will be seeing a lot of those Q and A's just popping up in the next several months. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do have new videos coming out soon. I'm just trying to tie up the last few videos of 2019, and they'll be focusing on 2020. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A series for the year. I hope you guys have a happy new year, and please be safe out there. All right, guys. Peace out. May God bless. I look forward to seeing you in 2020. Thank you, guys, and may God bless.